Hello, friends. It's the Cinemondo podcast again. We're back. And we're going to do a trailer review today, in which we are going to review a trailer. And
yes, this is a Hindi language film from 2015. It's one of these epic historical romances.
They do these so well. I'm so excited to see this. It's going to be really cool.
This one's called Bajirao Mastani. I hope I got that right, but I think I did. And it stars big, Deepika Padukone, Priyanka Chopra, Ranveer Singh. Huge cast, and this was a big hit back when it came out in 2015. But this is our first look at it. So
yes, this is 2015
and a lot of people. By the way, the comments keep them coming. And this was a suggestion from one of our wonderful people out there in YouTube land. So thank you very much.
YouTube land.
Yeah. So every so often, it's fun to go back in time and watch a trailer for something that's been out for a long time.
Yes. And, we've missed a lot of these, so I'm anxious to see all these movies that really resonate with people. So let's take a look at this.
Shall we roll it?
Let's do it.
Let's roll.
Do we have speed and action?
Oh, we do not.
Oh.
Hold on.
There we go.
Bhansali International.
इश्क जो तूफानी दरिया से बगावत कर जाए, वो इश्क भरे दरबार में जो दुनिया से लड़ जाए, वो इश्क जो महबूब को देखे तो खुदा को भूल जाए, वो इश्क।
हीरे में हीरा हो तो उसे कहते हैं कोहिनूर। राव का नाम लेते ही काशी के चेहरे पे आता है नूर।
इस गुस्ताखी के लिए तुम्हें सजा भी मिल सकती।
किसकी तलवार पर सर रखूं ये बता दो मुझे। इश्क करना अगर खता है तो सजा दो मुझे।
जीते की चाल, बाज की नजर और बाजीराव की तलवार पर संदेह नहीं करते। कभी भी मात दे सकती है।
योद्धा हूं, ठोकर पत्थर से लगे तभी हाथ तलवार पर ही जाता है। आप हमसे हमारी जिंदगी मांग लेते, हम आपको खुशी खुशी दे देते, पर आपने तो हमसे हमारा हुरूर छीन
लिया।
बाजीराव ने मस्तानी से मोहब्बत की है, अय्याशी नहीं। हमारे दिल एक साथ धड़कते हैं मस्तानी,
और एक साथ रुकते भी हैं।
Looks pretty intense.
Wow. That looks like gorgeous.
It's obviously an epic romance, and a battlefield. I mean, I was reading that they built like 22 extensive, huge sets for this film.
Wow, those are all sets and not locations.
And the director Sanjay Leela Bhansali did Padmavat, and then one we just recently reviewed, Gangubai Kathiawadi.
Yeah, it's funny when I saw that, I was reminded of Padmavat. That was like, looks a lot like these big, gorgeous set pieces.
Yeah. Strong female characters, in his films. It seems like that's what's happening here. So it looks beautiful.
It looks beautifully shot again. Another one of these beautifully shot films. You know what I think? I think the look of these films, the historical ones, the dramas like this one, I think there's that. We always talk about that sort of amped up reality, that sort of heightened, almost fantasy style look to everything. Yeah. But I think what it is it's kind of it's an homage, I think, to the artwork of the old days. When you look at the old, like the illuminated manuscripts of, these historical manuscripts and the way that people are depicted in a certain style, it's almost as if they're trying to sort of mimic the color palette and the poses and the kind of, I don't want to use the word artificial, but the sort of choreographed look of a lot of that artwork, where you have the characters sort of lined up in a certain way, and like the two people riding on the horses, and they're lined up the way you would if you were going to illuminate this manuscript to show this this story in a book, and or in a piece of ancient artwork, and I think they're drawing on that for inspiration, as the look of the old style. It's beautiful, and it's something kind of timeless about it. But I think I noticed there was a set that had Christmas lights, like electric Christmas lights wrapped around some columns, and I'm wondering if it kind of just goes into this kind of, that kind of stuff doesn't matter. It's like it looks cool, and it's there.
Like a fantasy sequence or something.
There has
like
some elements of fantasy.
Yeah.
There was one shot of her walking, and there was something going on behind her, some lights, sort of. It looked like an effect of some sort. So,
right.
Yeah. So it's that hyper world. That's not reality, but it makes sense in the movie. That's the world.
Right. And the singing and dancing and everything, it comes in, and it kind of, a lot of times during the singing and dancing parts, you have present day elements that would come in for that. Almost, I mean, it really is a dreamlike thing, which I think to our, Western film eyes, it still seems like, wow, that's very unusual to me. And yet you get used to it, and you do accept it. And it's something that you sort of learn you develop a feel for that type of world, I guess is what it is.
I like too how he's elevating the female characters. It seems like the women in this story appear to not want to be just relegated to the roles of like wife and mother. It looks like, one of them wants to be a warrior. Probably more often than we even know. It probably happened. And then there's some questioning of like, what people expect from them and how they're kind of rebelling a little bit. I really like that because, women have had to fight for this kind of independence for a long time. So when you introduce these elements into like a historical drama like this, I feel like it really gives it more resonance, because this isn't a new battle women have been fighting. They've been fighting this for a long time. Even in fictional stories, like this is based on a fictional novel. You still know these stories were probably, drawn from like, true attitudes and events that happened in the past. So I really appreciate when I see these strong women female characters in these films, and that they show the struggles they have. So I'm very interested in seeing that. And I think this looks like just a gorgeous film to watch. I have a poster. I just have one poster. We can look at real fast. It looks, the classic, they just want to show their three actors. We have a very produced logo. You have, the two women kind of, I like, one looks like she's the more warrior oriented one in the trailer. So she's wearing the armor. And then you have, the other female character in the background wearing the more traditional garb. And, you wonder like, she's probably trying to figure out her own role in all of this. They're probably fighting over him, I assume.
Yeah.
So, it's like, who's going to win, the warrior or the princess? I don't know. Who's going to win? But yeah, it does give that dynamic. So, it's got a little soapiness to the historic drama. I didn't think they really brought as much of the production value to this. They just have kind of a curtain and a dramatic sky, but you get the
flag
feel for it. Yeah.
Right.
Is that
banners?
a flag? Yeah, I guess
War banner.
Yeah, it is a banner back there. You don't really see any sigils. I don't see any marks on it, but yeah, it probably is. You're right. But yeah, so that's the poster, but the trailer is gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
It looks beautiful. It's got romance. It's got a romance triangle. It's got obviously huge battle scenes, huge dance scenes. Huge celebration. So like a big experience. And I think that's what this director brings to his films. They all seem to be almost like art pieces. Like I think somebody commented on Gangubai, like it's not really the real world of the 1960s Mumbai. Is more or wherever the town was. Can't remember the name, but it's sort of this heightened artistic look at that, choreographed people walking and stuff. So
it's impressionism, and it's something that's hard to get used to if you're not used to it. If you've grown up around realism kind of films, or a certain cultural type of realism, like we grew up around movies that are American style heightened reality, we accept those. And it's we're getting to the more Indian films we watch, the more we're like, okay, I get this world now. I'm starting to get a feel for this world, and it works. It works beautifully.
Definitely,
that's a good one. So that's something we should see. It's 7 years old. That's one I want to check out because it just has that look of a big movie. Watching it on TV.
Sometimes you just want to see those big lush, gorgeous
exactly. So cool. So that was a fun one. Thank you for for commenting or suggesting that film. We really appreciate it, and keep doing that. Thank you for all the subscriptions. We're like we're over 11,000 subscriptions.
Thanks you guys so much.
We're coming up on 2 million views. So this is just it's
makes
wonderful.
It all worthwhile.
We appreciate all the support. So keep those recommendations coming, and we
love hearing from you guys. So keep commenting. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.